Welcome to Movie Time, and today we are counting down the top 10 best movies 2023. This video is the third part of the 2023 movies. You can find the previous videos in the description. Stay tuned until the end of the video and let us know in the comments which film is your favorite. Number 10. The Expendables 4. The Expendables 4 is an action film that is the fourth installment in the Expendables film series, following the Expendables 3. The film stars an ensemble cast, including Jason Statham, Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren, and Randy Couture reprising their roles from previous films, with Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and Megan Fox the cast. It is directed by Scott Waugh from a screenplay by Kurt Wimmer, Tad Daggerhart, and Max Adams, based on a story by Spencer Cohen, Wimmer, and Daggerhart. The film was released in China on September 15, 2023, and in the United States on September 22 by Lionsgate. The film follows Ross and his team as they set out on what is sure to be an adrenaline-inducing, action-packed mission to confront an arms dealer who leads a private army. Intent on stopping the terrorist group who are in possession of nuclear weapons, the team jets off to stop what is referred to as World War III. As they venture further into peril, loyalties will be put to the test. With the destiny of the world on the line, every choice they make bears tremendous significance. Number 9. The Channel. The Channel is an action-packed crime thriller film directed by William Kaufman and written by Paul Reichelt and Kaufman. The film was a limited release on July 14, 2023. The Channel is currently available to rent, purchase, or stream via subscription on Google Play Movies, Amazon Video, YouTube, and Apple iTunes. The story centers around two brothers, Jamie and Mick, who devise a heist alongside their former Marine comrades. Jamie is in a committed relationship and has a young daughter named Joan, while Mick is a hardened criminal fixated on chaos and disorder. Their fraternal connection is their sole shared trait. Geared up for the most significant heist of their lives, the crew enters the bank, unaware that law enforcement will be anticipating their exit. They must now flee from New Orleans and evade the relentless pursuit of an FBI agent. Throughout their struggle for survival, the brothers are compelled to rediscover their bond in a compelling manner. Number 8. Retribution. Retribution is an action thriller film directed by Nimrod Antal and written by Chris Salmanpour. It is the third remake of the 2015 Spanish film El Desconocido, an international co-production of France, Germany, Spain, and the United States. Retribution was released in France on August 23, 2023 by Studio Canal, and in the United States on August 25 by Lionsgate and Roadside Attractions. The movie centers around Matt Turner, played by Neeson, a successful businessman and devoted father. On an ordinary morning as he's driving his kids to school, Matt receives a horrifying phone call. The caller, who is about to commit a heinous act, discloses that Matt's car has been rigged with explosives, specifically the driver's seat and the two rear seats where his children are seated patiently. Should Matt cease driving, the car will explode. Similarly, any movement by Matt or his children from their seats will trigger the explosion. With no alternative, he must comply with the enigmatic caller's directives while attempting to unravel the identity of the mastermind and, most crucially, the motive behind targeting his family. Number 7. The Nun 2. The Nun 2 is a supernatural horror film directed by Michael Chavez, with a screenplay written by Ian Goldberg, Richard Naying, and Akilah Cooper, from a story by Cooper, serving as a sequel to The Nun 2018 and the 8th installment in the Conjuring Universe franchise. It was released in the United States by Warner Bros. Pictures on September 8, 2023. The film follows Sister Irene, played by Thaisa Farmiga, 5 years after the events of the first film, when she forms a bond with Deborah, played by Storm Reed, a novice nun struggling with her faith. They face a challenging situation as the Vatican requests Irene to perform another miracle. Valak, the malevolent entity, has not been vanquished and is spreading terror among religious figures throughout Europe, as priests become victims of horrifying demonic murders, including immolations and hangings. Irene and Deborah urgently travel to a French boarding school to uncover Valak's motives and find a way to banish her back to the depths of hell. Number 6. Love at First Sight. Love at First Sight is a drama romantic film directed by Vanessa Caswell and written by Katie Lovejoy, based upon the 2011 novel The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. The film premiered on Netflix on September 15, 2023. The plot centers around Hadley, played by Haley Lou Richardson, and Oliver, played by Ben Hardy. Due to a missed flight, Hadley finds herself stranded at John F. Kennedy Airport, arriving late to her father's second wedding in London. It's in the confined waiting area of the airport that she encounters a seemingly perfect boy named Oliver. He's British and coincidentally seated in her row. Despite the long plane journey, time seems to fly by, and amidst the chaos upon arrival, Hadley and Oliver lose sight of each other. The likelihood of a reunion appears slim, yet love and the enchanting city of London may hold a surprising twist of fate. Number 5. Strays. Strays is a comedy film directed by Josh Greenbaum and written by Dan Perrault. It was released in the United States by Universal Pictures on August 18, 2023. The plot centers on Reggie, a kind-hearted and hopeful border guard voiced by Will Ferrell, after being deserted on the harsh city streets by his unscrupulous owner, Doe, played by Will Forte. Reggie remains convinced that his cherished owner would never intentionally abandon him. However, when Reggie crosses paths with Bug, a quick-witted and outspoken Boston Terrier voiced by Jamie Foxx, Reggie finally comes to realize that he was entangled in a toxic relationship and begins to see Doe for the heartless scoundrel he truly is. Determined to exact revenge, Reggie, Bug, and Bug's companions, Maggie, voiced by Isla Fisher, an intelligent Australian shepherd, sidelined by her owner's new puppy, and Hunter, voiced by Randall Park, an anxious Great Dane overwhelmed by his role as an emotional support animal, band together to devise a plan. They embark on an extraordinary journey to assist Reggie in finding his way back home and ensuring that Doe faces the consequences of his malicious actions. Number 4. Killbox Soon. Killbox Soon is a South Korean crime action film directed and written by Byun Sung Hee-won. It premiered on Netflix on March 31, 2023. The story revolves around Killbox Soon, played by Jeon Do-yeon. She is a contract killer employed by MK, highly esteemed among her colleagues due to her impeccable 100% success rate. Bok Soon is one of the select few assassins within the company who holds an A rating. Alongside her professional life, she shoulders the responsibilities of being a single mother to her headstrong teenage daughter. MK, the organization she works for, is overseen by a formidable and seasoned assassin who holds Bok Soon in high regard. As Bok Soon navigates the challenges of parenting a rebellious adolescent, she faces a pivotal moment when she is assigned a delicate mission that she is reluctant to carry out just before her contract renewal. Number 3. A Million Miles Away. A Million Miles Away is a biographical drama film directed by Alejandra Marquez Abella, from a screenplay written by Bettina Gilois and rewritten by Hernan Jimenez and Abella, based on Hernandez's autobiography, Reaching for the Stars. It was released on Amazon Prime Video on September 15, 2023. The film depicts the real-life journey of Jose Hernandez, born to immigrant farm laborers from Mexico, who labors alongside his family in the fields, supported by his devoted family, who moved from a rural village in Michoacán, Mexico, to California's San Joaquin Valley. Jose's life takes a turn when his teacher assigns the class to write about their aspirations. That evening, as he watches the Apollo moon mission launch, Jose is instantly captivated and sets his sights on becoming an astronaut. He dedicates years to rigorous study and hard work, striving to become a NASA engineer. Despite facing multiple rejections from the astronaut training program, his determination ultimately leads to his acceptance. Number 2. A Haunting in Venice. A Haunting in Venice is a crime mystery film produced and directed by Kenneth Branagh, who reprises his role from the previous films, from a screenplay by Michael Green, loosely based on the 1969 novel Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. It serves as a sequel to Death on the Nile 2022 and is the third film in which Branagh portrays the Belgian detective Hercule Poirot. It was released in the United States on September 15, 2023 by 20th Century Studios. A Haunting in Venice is set in the unsettling post-World War II Venice on the night of All Hallows' Eve. Despite his retirement and self-imposed isolation in the world's most opulent city, Poirot is reluctantly drawn to aisance held in a decaying, ghost-ridden palazzo. Hesitantly, Poirot accepts an invitation to join a gathering led by the spiritualist and mystery writer Ariadne Oliver. This group assembles to attempt communication with the departed. Against this foreboding backdrop, a gruesome murder unfolds, propelling the retired detective back into the realm of crime-solving. This time, some of the suspects are spectral entities, unseen and elusive, adding a new dimension to the mystery. Number 1. The Equalizer 3. The Equalizer 3 is an action crime thriller film directed by Antoine Fuqua. It is a sequel to The Equalizer 2 and the final installment of the Equalizer trilogy, which is loosely based on the television series of the same name. The movie was released in the United States on September 1, 2023 by Sony Pictures Releasing. The film follows Denzel Washington as Robert McCall, a former government assassin haunted by his dark history. Driven by a relentless desire for redemption, McCall finds solace in championing the rights of the oppressed. Surprisingly adapting to life in southern Italy, he discovers his newfound allies are ensnared by ruthless local crime lords. As tensions mount, McCall steels himself for a dangerous showdown, determined to protect his companions by taking on the formidable mafia. The narrative brims with suspense, as McCall's unwavering resolve propels him into the heart of the perilous struggle, where loyalty and justice collide in a battle for survival. Thank you for watching today's video. By subscribing to our channel, you'll be the first to know about new movie releases. You'll also have access to our curated list of must-see movies, ranging from classic films to the latest blockbusters. So, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and join our community of movie lovers today.